Hey guys, how's it going? A lot of what I'm doing today is just going through a transcript really quickly and cleaning it up and most importantly adding in screenshots. Now this is really cool because you can record a video and then get it transcribed into text and then take screenshots of the video and then drag them into the transcript and now it becomes a report, a manual. And one really cool way that we've used it is on a class of ours called Setup an Affiliate Program. Here it is. Setup an Affiliate Program. And so what's really super cool about this is that, well, it is a membership site full of videos and things like that. But then every different module has a PDF file. So if someone wanted to just print out or flip to one part of the of this module about setting up rapid action profits, handling refunds, whatever. Once this is still loading, I think, but normally it's kind of weird. Something I have to look into that, but it's supposed to be. Oh yeah, so it didn't finish loading. I don't know. Something's with my Adobe Reader, but the way this is supposed to work is that more than one page should load, and then when you click on parts of the table of contents, it will jump down to another part of the report. Let's try this one. Okay, so this is, okay, this one looks like it's loading just fine. So when we click on, oh, so I guess with the PDF reader, if I click on a link, it stops loading and it craps out. I don't know what's going on, but anyway, you get the idea. And what's also cool is that, and you just do these in Microsoft Word, save as PDF, and when you're all done, then you can actually combine all of these into one giant. I think this is like a 500-page document. It's having some weird issues loading. But what you can have is a whole entire manual. It's in a big book, and then what we'll do is we might go to a service like Kinkos.com and get the whole freaking thing printed out as one big giant binder. So that's kind of a cool thing we do. We've done that with Newbie Crusher. I'm working on doing that with Webinar Crusher, and I think we've done that with Make a Product, and we are doing that with this class as well. So it's really easy. Here's what you do. We open up Camtasia Studio, and this is Video Sales Tactics 302. And what we can do is do a file, where is it? Produce special, export audio as. File, produce special, export audio as, and then just check all the tracks. I don't care if it exports the music as well. Go and find our output folder, okay? And then we just save it as whatever the project name is .wave. So I'm going to save this. So what is this project called? It's called, let me just find it here. Video Sales Letters. All right. So let me just save it in the same folder and we'll just move it over. Okay. So what's cool about this is you can just type a few digits and it'll auto suggest for you. So we're going to name this the same as our CamRec, a WAV file. Click on save and then let this kind of process out. And actually, I guess I should open up a Word document to explain this to you. So what we're going to do first is we're going to, let me make this a giant font. So I don't have my I'm going to have like a marker, but since we're using Screencast-O-Matic, I don't have. So we're going to save Camtasia recording as a WAV file, which is a file produce special save audio file. And then what we're going to do is once that has finished processing, it's about 20% finished, what we're going to do is we were then going to be converting from WAV to MP3 using Goldwave. One of those things where I wish you could just do this in one step, but for some reason when Camtasia saves MP3 files, it doesn't save them right. The header is corrupted, to use a technical term, and many people can't play the audio. Many web-based audio players, if you're going to embed it into a blog or a sales letter, won't play. So we have to save it as a WAV file and then convert it to a 64 kilobyte per second stereo. All right, just do that for all your MP3 files. And then once we have that WAV file, then what we'll do is we will scroll around in Camtasia and find some interesting screenshots and then do a Control F to save just that still image. And we'll do that, about maybe 50 to 100, I guess let's say just once per minute or so, like whenever there's something new. And then what we'll do is then get it transcribed transcribed, and then open transcript in Word document and then drag these screenshots in. Now, because I'm only making a video of a couple of minutes, I can't show you the entire process, but we do have a handy-dandy product for you called makeaproduct.com. It's $197 for the time being, contains our complete outsourcing transcription system. And so pretty much what we do is we post this job on a site called Odes. And we have a template for that, and pretty much we tell you what to hire someone at, tell you what kind of deadline to give them, tell you what to ask for. You hire someone, it ends up costing about $20 per audio hour. Okay, so that means if you run a 1-hour webinar, it'll cost you $20 to get it transcribed, which turns out it ends up being about 20 pages. So the numbers come out really nicely. $20 for an hour, $1 per page, and so for a huge course like Set Up an Affiliate Program, 500 pages, costs us $500 to get that created, which is the cost of one single seat in our class. So really useful to charge what you're actually worth. So this is the 5-step process towards making a report from your video. Looks like our Camtasia should have been done, but gotta love live video. It looks like it's kind of stalling, so let's see what is going on there. I'm going to go and browse to that folder here. So we've got the video sales letter file, and I guess is it just finishing up or something? I'm not sure why it stalled out, but let's. Oh yeah, my computer's really crashed. All right, so let's hope that gets fixed in a second. If not, then I'll just. Oh, there we go. Took a second. So 1.5 gigabytes, huge file. Oh, so it was probably just finishing up. Here we go. It's done. So huge file. Way too big for us to give to a transcriptionist, way too big for us to put online. We have to kind of compress it down, and MP3 is pretty much the standard for compressing audio files down to a reasonable size and still sounding pretty good. So what we'll do is Goldwave's been opened, and we'll just click on Open, and then we'll find the WAV file, if it'll open here. Oh, all right. Seems to be taking a second as well. And so what we just pretty much will do, we'll open up the WAV file in Goldwave and then save it as MP3. All right. That was kind of weird. All right. So we'll go to our WAV file, which is video sales letters. And here we go. It's all looks all good. And then we just go File, Save As, and then we'll just browse to that output folder we have. And then before saving it, we don't change the name, just keep it the same, put it in an output folder, but then change the WAV to an MP3, and then change the attributes here to a 64 kilobyte stereo. All right, and so that ends up being not too big, not too small, not too crappy quality, not too good quality, just about right. And then what we'll do is we'll upload this to our website. And then when we hire someone, we can just give them the link and they can download it, get it fixed, give us a copy. If we like it, we finish the job on Otis, we approve them, we pay them, all that good stuff. And then what we'll do is the final step, if I can open up this. So here's the document I'm finishing up right now. And so pretty much if we go to, and all right, getting ahead of myself. So what we do, you scroll around the video, okay, and we find something really cool. And so we find, like, if I can find where I was, where is it? Like if here's where I'm making a sales letter. Okay, here's where I'm making a PowerPoint. But I can say, well, this is a screenshot that I want to put into my report. And I mean, if at first, if all you do is you post a report with just the text, no screenshots, that's a good start, right? And all you have to do is you just find the part of the video you want. So this is about 100 minutes in, about an hour, 39 minutes in. So I can pretty much say that it's going to be about 2/3 of the way in, and I can just do a Control F, and then this will ask me where I want to save this, and I usually save as a PNG, and then I just click on Save. I scroll around to where I want again, and save it again. And don't even mess with the name, because what this will do is this will save what's called a time code. And so what you can do is you can open up, I thought I had it open somewhere, you can open up the, here we go, the folder, and you can just see, okay, well, this is about 17 minutes in, this is about 18 minutes in, and this is in the order that it is. And it's really cool because, well, if you right click and do a view extra large icons, you can actually see what each of these screenshots are, and then you can kind of try to match it up to where this is. And I mean, depending on what you have, sometimes it's about 5 minutes in, is about 5 pages in, sometimes not. But you kind of start to get an idea of, well, if I'm talking about if I'm talking about my blog, wiredplank.com, then I'll find the screenshot of that. And I know that if I'm talking about logging into WordPress, I'll find a screenshot of that. And so some of these you might, and if you hold down the control key and do a mouse wheel up or down, you can change the zoom on this. And you might want to skip some of these, you might want to use some of these. But if you want to, so let me figure out where I was at before I started talking to you. So right now we were talking about installing a WordPress database. Oops. And this was on around page 21. Right when we were at the database part. So let me just try to find that. So here we're at, here we go, minute 19. So yeah, like I said, it's pretty close to a minute per page, not exact. And we're talking about adding a database user. So what do I do? Well, normally I'd have 2 monitors open, and what I would do is I would just have the Word document on one monitor and then the screenshot on the other, and then I would just find the part where I wanted to add the new screenshot. And so here we go. I'm making let's see, create a new database. So where is that? Create database. Try to find which, I can't tell right now which screenshot. This is making a user and user. I might have skipped that part. Let me say. All right. So if I want to put this on, I just real easy, just drag this right in there. Okay, and now it's added the screenshot. I used to have to use the menus. I used to have to like insert picture, but no, just drag the screenshot over. And I mean, later on, if you want to crop out the scroll bars, that's a nice little finishing touch. But I mean, it does the job, gets the job done, and looks really slick once you get it all done. I mean, afterwards, you might want to add a table of contents, that kind of stuff, but pretty easy way to take your videos and then take screenshots and put them into the transcript. That way people can watch using the video, using the audio, using the report, some combination of all the two. And I mean, it can't hurt to have a little bit of extra ways to learn stuff. And now, one thing I want you guys to come away with is, well, get a second monitor. It'll really help you to run your webinars, to do your training, and also to do some of this cool productivity stuff like make a report. So if you just go to Amazon.com, search LCD monitor, and any of these are fine. I mean, heck yeah, 22-inch, just fine. And these all come with 2 different connectors. And in the back of your computer, there's 2 different kinds of connectors. Just use whatever one is not being in use. And then what we can do is we can then, if I can just whoops, this is almost done, converting into MP3. If I just get back to my desktop here, we can right-click the desktop, go to screen resolution, and here's both of our monitors. And by default, it'll duplicate. Yeah, it'll mirror the displays. And what you want to do is just once you've plugged in your second monitor, you might have to reboot the computer, change this to extend the displays, and now it treats both of your screens as 2 parts of your desktop. And that way you can put like your Word document on this one, and then your images on this one, and just drag one over to the other. Pretty easy stuff. And heck, you know what I'll do? I'll give you a link to get a second monitor just below this video. Anyway, that's all for me. That is what I'm working on today, is just getting this report finalized. Let me know what your 4 daily tasks are today. Keep in touch. We'll talk soon.